But yeah, I'm just assuring you guys, because I was also given the number 13 on November 5th. Literally, God gave me confirmations. Within 5 minutes, he gave me at least 4 confirmations, or 5, of the number 13. So I assumed it was November 13. November 7th, he gave me a dream after I had prayed for, an encouraging dream on the rapture, or any clues in a dream of the rapture or anything. I prayed for that. And he gave me this very vivid dream. And in the dream, I was in my living room and it was nighttime. I looked out the window and I saw this big moon, but it wasn't abnormally, did I say that right? It wasn't like huge. It was but it was a lot bigger than normal. Like a lot bigger, when super moons, come and go. It was a lot bigger than that. And it was a yellowish color. Every time I see the moon, it's always like a yellowish, goldish color in my dream. And it might be the actual color of the moon. If we were to see it up close, it would be the actual color, I feel like. But when I saw that moon, I remembered when I heard in my spirit that Son of Man was coming at Mega Moon. So I actually remembered that in my dream. I was like, oh yeah, and Son of Man's coming at Mega Moon, because I remembered that's what I heard in my spirit. And I also remembered a scene in my dream, a completely separate dream I had, where I saw the moon and it looked so close that it looked as if it was in Earth with us, and it was the same exact color as the moon I was looking at right now in the dream. So those two things were brought to my remembrance as confirmations, I guess, of what I was seeing. It wasn't like anything normal. It was like a sign. So I knew the rapture was very, very close when I saw that moon. And then, so I don't know if I said this. I called my brother and my mom to see it. And then out of nowhere, I get company. And my brother and his girlfriend, they show up at the door. And I remember within my dream too, me and my mom were planning to go to Puerto Rico very randomly. It was a very random decision. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to leave my sister. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we were planning to go to Puerto Rico, and then the setting changed really fast. I don't know when it changed, but it just changed. Me and my mom were in a big airport, and it was a very vivid dream, but I forgot some of the little things that happened. But I remember there was a big airport, and I think we were the only ones. I remember seeing one guy, but that's it. And I don't remember if this happened when I was on the property of my home or outside the airport, but I remember going outside and I remember seeing planets in a line. This planet right here, I believed in my dream it was the moon, but it wasn't like the yellow moon that I was describing earlier. It was like a moon that looks like. Do you guys have Solarium? Because if you ever notice on YouTube videos, or if you have the app and you see the moon, it's like a grayish color, like a dark color. So that's how I saw it in my dream. And I think it was 7 planets, but I don't remember seeing rings around the planet, because I know one of the planets have rings around it. So I don't remember seeing that, but I remember seeing multiple planets, more than 4. I know that for sure. It was more than 4, and it was in a line diagonally like this. And I knew in my spirit that as long as these planets were in a line, the rapture was going to happen. And then later on, my dream switched. But it's weird. It's like the settings switched again. But I was in the car with my mom and my brother's girlfriend. She was in the back seat. And we were driving through what looked like a marathon that was getting ready to happen, like a little Boston marathon. People were getting ready to run. I remember seeing people in neon hoodies, waterproof hoodies. You know how when construction workers are outside, they wear like the neon hoodies and stuff, or the cross guards wear that. I saw them wearing that. So, and then I remember seeing a little girl who had it, and for some reason, something in my dream circled the little girl. Let me see this. Literally, you guys, this is what something in my dream did. It went like this to a little girl, and it put an arrow right there. It was in white. Like, it circled the little girl, like it wanted me to focus on a little girl. So the traffic was very slow because of this marathon that was happening. I guess we were driving through like a little path of cones. But my mom was on her phone. I snatched the phone out of her hand because I wanted her to be careful where she was going, even though the traffic was really slow. And then we were on our way to go get my haircut. I wanted a haircut in the dream because in real life I really wanted a haircut. But I think God was just putting that part in there so we could have we had like a reason to drive so he could show me. But then when we reached our destination, I forgot, while we were driving through this very like slow traffic because of this marathon that was happening, we saw somebody running, an older man, and he was wearing this hoodie that I was describing, and he was running, and I think he had like a fake leg. Something was wrong with his leg, but he was running in the marathon, and my mom rolled her window down, and she yelled to him, "Good job." So we continued on driving, and then when we reached my destination, I'm going to be honest with you, in the dream, I looked in the mirror, and I saw my teeth were very yellow, and I was like hesitating to go in because I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna get a haircut, my teeth are really yellow, it's embarrassing. And I looked in the mirror, and I was kind of hesitating to cut my hair to go in the salon. And then I got out the car, and I look up, I see a billboard of like a huge billboard of a wave or an ocean or something, and I knew that represented tsunami. So in my dream, I felt in my in my dream, I just remembered, I knew that there was supposed to be a tsunami that was going to happen around the same time of the rapture. But that's it. And then I was kind of hesitating to go in to cut my hair. So I looked in my reflection in the window, and I remembered also, I don't know when, but I saw the sky again, and the moon right here, it kind of like shifted a little, like slid a little bit down from this straight axis. And I knew as long as all these planets, including the moon, as long as they were all in the line, the rapture was going to happen. I knew it. In my spirit, I just knew it, you guys. And when I saw the moon like go down a little bit, I knew it. I was like, oh my gosh, the rapture's gonna happen any second. For example, like if the moon was right here already, the rapture had already happened. Like these planets had to be in a line, and that was like the sign that the rapture was gonna happen. It was almost like a little timer. But that's how it was in my dream, you know. That's just how my worldly mind's thinking. I don't know if God, if he showed me this to show me this is actually going to happen, or he was showing me something else. My fleshly mind is thinking, like, the planets are literally going to be in a straight line. But I'm just showing you guys what God showed me. So, yeah, and then, in my dream also, I forgot to tell you, when I was getting out the car, I knew the rapture was going to happen any second, you guys. I knew any second that same day I was going to be in heaven. I just didn't know what time, but I knew it was going to be that day that the rapture was going to happen. So when I woke up, I look up Boston Marathon in November 2017. You know, because I know it's every spring, but I was like, okay, but I saw like people in almost what looked like the rain, little waterproof jackets. They were outside. So I looked up Boston Marathon 2017, and then I saw the first thing that came up was a half marathon that was happening in Cambridge. And Cambridge, that's a town in Massachusetts. And that was occurring, let me see, I think that's the 18th. Oh, on November 19th, that's when the Cambridge half marathon is going to happen. So it hasn't happened yet. And then I remembered in my dream, my brother's girlfriend was in the back seat with me and my mother. So I knew that God used her to confirm for me that this was the Cambridge marathon that I was driving in the middle of. Not in the middle of, but in the side of. Because she lives in Cambridge. She's from Cambridge. You know, she's there right now. So I feel like God was definitely telling me something about, he wanted me to look up half marathon in Cambridge. He led me to this by the things he showed me in my dream. And it leads to this date. And he confirmed the town Cambridge using my brother's girlfriend. And I had no idea about this until after my dream, when, you know, I went online and looked it up. But yeah, so I don't know if he's telling us, you know, he gave us all the number November 13, and the two planets aligned and made that star. I just didn't see it. But did you guys see it? I just didn't. I don't know if there were trees in the way, but I didn't get a chance to see it. But yeah, You know, so my point is he gave us November 13th, and that happened, and the Bethlehem star was in the sky, so because of the two planets that were aligned. And he's also given me the number November 19th, and so I'm feeling like something else might happen. I don't know, maybe with the planets, I'm not sure. You know what I mean, guys? Like, God tells us stuff, and they're all gonna be revealed, you guys, okay? Like, we could get so excited and we'll think it's certain things, but it's like, you know, I had no idea about the star thing. Like, to be honest with you, I thought November 13th was gonna be like something that was gonna happen to our president, Donald Trump. I thought something was gonna happen to him November 13th. I thought they were gonna like force him to leave office. That's what I thought. But I had no idea about the star. But I'm gonna share another video with you guys of a dream that I had yesterday morning. So I'm just gonna end this video right here. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a really peaceful, great day, okay?